Professor, I showed the visitor pass you sent me and the guard just waved me up. Empty chairs, tiny nameplates. Is this really a government committee room?
Ah, Sakura, it is. I sat at this table years ago as an outside expert. Tonight, I came to listen, and there's something I wanted you to see.
And the screen's still on, full of tiny paragraphs.
Public comments. Ordinary people wrote in. The committee read them while debating. Try the one on the left.
My salary went up, but my lunch went up faster. That's basically me. My train snack was 1 rice ball, nearly $2.
Then keep that receipt. Comments like that one just helped change a tax rule that sat frozen for 42 years.
42 years? What rule?
Lunch money. In 1984, Japan set a line, about $21 a month per worker for meals, tax-free. Above it, the money counts as salary and gets taxed.
$21? That's, 10 rice balls now?
Exactly. And the number never moved, while eating out came to cost nearly 70% more than in 1984.
So the help covered less and less every year, and nobody fixed it?
Nobody even questioned it. Some economists call that an invisible tax hike. If the threshold stays frozen while prices keep rising, the support just shrinks year by year. So this April, the cap finally jumped to about $46 a month.
More than double.
And it wasn't alone. Dozens of frozen thresholds got reviewed this year. One property tax line hadn't moved in 53 years.
But, Professor, wages are rising, right? Every spring the headlines say, record raises.
Just over 5% this year. Yet nearly 7 in 10 workers say food prices ate their raise before they felt it. And here's a number that should stop you cold. 1 in 4 workers now skips lunch on workdays, half of them twice a week or more.
Skipping lunch? At work? That's heartbreaking.
The average worker's lunch now costs under $3. Yet in central Tokyo, 7 in 10 office workers budget over $6 for a lunch out.
So a $46 subsidy isn't pocket change. That's real food.
Businesses call it the third raise, after seniority pay and base up. Meal support is tax-free, so $1 spent lands as a full $1 in the stomach.
Wait, why would companies bother? Charity isn't a business model.
2 reasons. The cost is deductible. And it works. Workers with meal support are nearly twice as likely to say life feels easier after a raise.
But handing out lunch money sounds messy. Receipts, rules.
It is strict. Workers cover at least half. Companies stay under the cap. That paperwork killed the idea for decades. Now Fintech smells opportunity.
Fintech? For lunch?
One startup issues Visa cards that split the bill and calculate the tax-free part automatically. Employees love it. The usage rate is over 90%. Another lets workers claim the subsidy just by photographing their lunch receipts.
So a boring tax rule just became a product.
A whole market. Cafeterias closed in the pandemic are reopening at roughly half the price of eating out. A workplace catering market heading toward nearly yen 1 trillion, about $6 billion. But here's the twist. Guess how many workers know the rule changed?
Half?
Barely 1 in 5.
So they fixed the number, and nobody noticed?
When people are told, about 8 in 10 want their company to adopt it. A rule only works if someone knows it exists.
Like these comments. Somebody read the fine print and bothered to write in.
That's why I wanted to bring you here tonight. We imagine policy as speeches and elections. Most of it is this: an empty room, a projector, and a number someone finally questioned after 42 years.
Makes you wonder what other numbers are still stuck in 1984.
A question worth keeping. Now, The cafeteria downstairs is closed, but the konbini across the street isn't. Dinner's on me. Under $46, naturally.
Professor, that's the first tax joke I've ever liked.
You've been listening to Narrative Japan. Until next time, stay curious and keep listening for the whispers beneath Japan's economy.